Hi there, lovely people. This is the real Mass of Kemet, goddess of justice, truth, balance, and harmony. And today I'm going to talk about BBI, mainly because we have seen BBI since it was launched on November. It was launched on November. Was it launched? Yeah, it was launched in November this year at Bomas of Kenya, and it was attended by 4,700 members. This is what we saw in at Bomas of Kenya. And to me, this is just another mind game because all these people, the politicians, our politicians here, who always pretend that they are not working together, but initially they are working together. Like now we have seen all of them in these so-called forums. They are just carrying around. They started with Kisii, then they went to Kakamega, then they went to today they were in Mombasa, and to me they are just gathering hits. Remember these rallies, this is the tool they have been using to divide Kenyans by ethnicity. This is what they have been using. And to what I saw in Mombasa, these people are together, they are working together. We saw the team Kiereweke, team Tagataga, they are all there. Murkomen, Joho, Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, they are all there. So don't be fooled by these people whenever they tell you or they are just showing you these stance they always like to use in the mainstream media. These people are working together. Remember that they are working together. They are always working together. So don't be deceived by whatever they always tell you through their mainstream medias. Don't be deceived, people. We don't want our Kenya to end the way or to go the way that it has been going for the previous years. We have lost a lot from these rallies, because after these rallies, whenever we see them in the counties, they always leave these trails of division, chaos, business are destroyed. So we don't want to end in that similar way. And to me, this thing they are just portraying that it's a BBI referendum. It's not a BBI referendum. This is not BBI. No, this this is what they want to do. They want to take people to the ballots again in order to implement the constitution so as to favor to whatever they are calling the prime minister and deputy prime minister, because they know that in order for this game to survive, they have to have the opposition and they have to have the opposition, like Uhuru and Raila. They have to have both of them, and so they have to create those posts in order for the game to go on. The game of conning people's of Kenya mind, manipulating people's mind. And this needs to stop right away, because we cannot go on with this thing. So people, be very careful, because this is just a trick that they just want to put BBI, and they all know what BBI entails. They know the problems the Kenyans has been facing since 1963. That is the time we got the independence, the pseudo-independence. They all know what the Kenyans has been going through, the suffering, the unemployment, and those things all those things you and me knows all about that is affecting us in our day-to-day life. We all know, and they all know about them. So I don't know why they are just going around inciting people, trying to incite people because this is what they want to do. Because even today we saw a standoff. There were hired goons who were sent to disrupt the Aisha Jumwa presser, something like that. So don't do that to counties. We have been staying peacefully, even if we are facing economic hardship, but there is that harmony is still there. So don't go and disrupt that harmony. I don't like using the word peace because the word peace means two. It's like dividing two things. So that, I would rather use the word harmony because harmony is a powerful word. If you go and look up about this word, so let me say that a Building Bridges initiative was started on March 9, 2018 after October 2017 election. That is when we had a lot of chaos, destruction, people were killed, business were destroyed, and then the Kenya, we just kind of moved back, or we just kind of dragged back behind economically due to this chaos. And this is what you want to ignite. This is what you want to revive again. It is already the heat of these elections. The previous one is still in our mind. We haven't been healed, and now you want to create another demon or giant for people to encounter. Please stop this. We cannot go on with this. Like I said in my previous video, we don't need referendum. We don't need election. We need to come up with better way rather than just having these rallies, polarized rallies, then expecting everybody to come there, children, the youth there. Then whenever there is commotion, trail of destruction and death is left behind. We don't need to do this. So after 2017 election, a team was formed to carry forums across the 47 counties in Kenya. It was also entitled to correct views on what changes Kenyans want to see from the provided 9 agendas. Which were how to end ethnic division, inclusivity, how to solve polarizing election, safety and security, how to deal with corruption, how to deal with lack of national ethos, responsibility and rights, shared prosperity, enhancing devolution. So these were the 9 agendas which were implemented in order to see that the BPI went ahead. And you all know this, you know what is going on, but none of this we can see in your rallies. There is nothing you are discussing. It's always that bragging and talking, nonsensical talking. You are just talking there. So you need to be more serious, because people of Kenya know these people. You are educated, highly educated. Like Mukomen is member of Senate. I don't know whether he's member of Senate, he's a lawyer. I don't know which other title he holds. So you know better. You stop dividing our people. Stop using all those things you are using in order to divide our people. And according to MP Patrick Munene, this forum has cost Kenyan 10 billion Kenya shilling as we talk. A lot of money. 10 billion is a lot of money. And still nothing has been yielded from this forum. We are still at the grassroots level. So, BBI, which aims is all about working at issues. BBI is a 156-page report BBI does not need team members. The 14-member task force was just waste of time and money. BBI does not need forums. BBI does not need rallies. BBI does not need changing the constitution. BBI does not need referendum. BBI is all about unifying and bridging the gap for all Kenyans. That gap you have created, or you have been creating through these endless elections. You know what you are supposed to do, but you are just playing blind and deaf to the people that you don't know what you are doing. And you know the step you should be taking. We don't need this thing you are just creating. We don't need all these things you are just creating for the people. You know what you're supposed to do. You should be seeing the gap that you have created, that tribalism, nepotism, division. You know what you're supposed to do, and you are just dilly-dallying, playing with the people's mind. You need to stop that game right away, because we cannot continue doing the same thing, repeating the same loops again. Another referendum in June, and already 10 billion shillings has been used. And also we don't know who is funding for those rallies you are attending in the forum. You are just using taxpayers' money. Building Bridges initiative is all about looking at issues affecting the common mwananchi, the issues that the Kenyans are facing. I don't know whether you people you know, because you have never been here in the ground. You always talk and talk and talk and talk. Every day is just talking and talking. I don't know whether you ever get tired of this talking and talking and talking, lying and lying and lying and lying, deceit and deceit and deceit. When will you ever stop this nonsense? So to you people, because these people the masters who always disguise themselves that they are humble, that they love you, that they care about you, that they are always always there, have been there just to see that you have a wonderful life. There is nothing like this. So the best thing for you to do, people, is that download PDF, make copies, read for yourself, and also pass the message, the findings, to those who cannot read English. Then instead of carrying these forums, this is the money you are using, the money you are just using in the forums and the rallies. You should use this money to create PDFs for the people in Kiswahili who cannot read, for the sake of those people who cannot read English. Then create PDF in vernacular languages. Kenya is 42 tribe vernacular speaking people. So we need to bring even the awareness to those people, because what you have been using here during the other referendums is the same thing you want to use, English and the Kiswahili, and then you always have failed in teaching these things to local people. Local people are always not aware of whatever the contents of the Constitution is all about. So you can also use vernacular medias. What I would like to tell the local medias or the mainstream medias who are speaking vernacular, BBI is all about everybody here in Kenya. It's all about all of us. It's not all for the specified areas we are seeing talking and just bluffing around. It's all about us. It's all about every Kenyan citizen. So you can volunteer and read in vernacular for the people to understand. Also, we can use churches, then school and school teachers can volunteer during Saturdays. They can have the local through writing the message to to the children, and then the children will pass the message to the parents that on Saturdays they should go to school, to the local schools that are all over Kenya. And this is a very good way of reaching to the people, schools and churches. Then from there, the teacher who have volunteer can teach the local people. And also I would like to caution Team Kiereweke and Team Tagataga. Please be very, very careful about your moves and your language. We are watching you. And also, what I would like to caution the public is watch out for the higher goods, because this is all about mind games. This is just a game. This is a premeditated thing. They always hire goons, pay them, and then they act like there is a violence, and people will buy this thing actually. So be very, very careful. So, and also I would like to urge the public, please boycott such rallies, because you don't want to see yourself getting hurt in these rallies. Stay in your home, do whatever you do best. Stay in your home if you have to stay in your home. Don't go in these rallies, because you are just going to get hurt in the midst of the chaos. And also, what I would like to urge the police is that do your work. Do your work. Arrest those who will be held culpable of inciting people through their languages. Don't let the culprits get away, and then we see this thing that we always see with our people getting hurt. So please do your work. Another thing is that don't use BBI to incite Kenya. Don't use BBI to incite Kenya. Like I said, you know what you're supposed to do. So don't go in that direction you are going. And the last thing I would like to say is that kudos to the national cohesion and integration, which is NICIC, for warning politicians against using BBI process to incite Kenyans while hyping their own personal agendas. Because we know these things, the rallies, this is what it's all about. So we don't want to go in the same way we have been going. We don't want to repeat the loops we have been repeating. Remember, like I said, this is a year of action. Let the people read the BBI. You have started your forums and rallies, and people on the ground doesn't know anything. They don't know what you are even arguing or debating. People need to know. And those, like I have highlighted here, the steps are very simple to you people and to you, our readers, what you can do in order for the common mwananchi to read that BBI and understand. So whenever we see you speaking, we will be able to know what you're speaking, what BBI is all about. So don't let Kenya go the same way it has been going over those traumatizing periods, those chaos we have been experiencing. We don't want no more death in our country. So that is it, people. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe.